New Mexico hunters charge that state game officials are turning them into an endangered species.
They claim hunting licenses are being snatched away from New Mexicans and being given out to out-of-staters. As Kim Bias reports, they say money and politics are behind it.
We started to investigate and look into it, and we found that indeed it is not fair.
The New Mexico Wildlife Federation says most New Mexicans have no idea how the hunting system actually works in our state. State statute requires residents to get 78% of hunting licenses in the annual big game draw. The other 22% go to non-residents. But the Wildlife Federation found before the licenses go up for draw, thousands are taken out and given to private landowners, most of which are transferred to out-of-staters for big money. Elk can go for around 10 grand when a resident gets the tag for 93 bucks. Antelope can go for about 2 grand. A resident tag costs just 63 bucks. According to the numbers, in 2008-2009, 6,000 antelope licenses were available. 4,000 were allocated to private landowners. 2,000 to the public. That same year, 32,000 elk tags were available. 11,000 went to private landowners, 21,000 to the public.
Families rely on this both as a cultural tradition, but also they will rely on that wild game meat to feed their families, and they're getting pushed out.
The Wildlife Federation says many private landowners are taking advantage of the system.
We also don't feel like it's the state's place to dictate who a private landowner allows on their land, just like you get to choose who comes into your house.
Patrick Block with Game and Fish says private landowners have a right to licenses and are allocated based on location of animals.
I think that it is the way it is because private land and their owners do provide benefits to that wildlife. I think what we're always trying to do is find a balance.
So what about the question of money?
It is about money. I think there's very little in life that's not about money. Non-residents do pay 5 to 20 times more for the licenses. What we haven't heard in this conversation yet is if we chase the people off that are paying the higher license fees, where will that money come from?
Kim Bias, KRQA News 13.
Game and Fish says if hunters are upset, they have the right to talk to lawmakers and the Game Commission who set up the rules. The Wildlife Federation says that's exactly what they plan to do.